Okay. Okay, everybody, so welcome. We're going to start seated. Seated and just settling in. Bring yourself, you can start your music right away if you're using a playlist. It should start out pretty quiet. So coming into a comfortable position, coming into some stillness. Spread your collarbones, soften your shoulders, wiggle around a little bit so you feel comfy here. If you feel comfortable doing so, you can bring one hand to your heart center and stack the other hand on top of that, or take that other hand to your belly. So you can feel the expansion and contraction of your breath. And as you inhale, feel your belly and your lungs filling with fresh air. And as you exhale, feel your belly and your lungs emptying out. Take your attention to the awareness of your breath right now. Putting aside all the good and bad and easy and hard things of the day. Just be right here, right now. Take the awareness to the heart center. I'm going to work with the heart chakra a little bit today. The Anahata. This heart center, this energy center is the energy center for compassion and forgiveness, empathy, and love. All those wonderful things to give ourselves and to give others. The element associated with this chakra is air, and the color is green. So as you breathe in air and breathe out air, maybe imagine bringing in a green light to that heart center. The symbol for this chakra is two triangles, one facing up and the other facing down. It forms a six-pointed star. And those triangles represent the joining of the energy from the earth and the lower chakras, and the energy from the heavens and the upper chakras. The lessons we ask of this chakra are to teach us unconditional love and acceptance, first for ourselves, so that then we can have love and acceptance of others. Notice what you're feeling from that heart center. Maybe you feel a lot of love and compassion. Maybe you've felt pain or are feeling pain, maybe heartbreak, maybe some other slight that hurts your heart. Just like Rumi talks about all those guests into our house that we should accept. We should accept those hurts and pain as well, because they're just part of what makes us human. Lets us be vulnerable. Lets us understand the pain that others are having. Before we start any kind of poses, take a moment here to call to mind someone that you love, or a group of people that you love that mean a lot to you. Bring their faces clearly into your mind's eye. And allow love and acceptance to radiate from your heart space out towards those people or that person. Now bring to mind someone or a number of people who you have a tough relationship with. Bring their faces clearly into your mind. And then let the love and compassion and acceptance radiate from your heart out towards those people or towards that person. And then finally, bring your own self to mind. Picture yourself, picture your face, picture yourself in the room where you are. Send that love and compassion and acceptance to yourself. Take about 3 more breaths here. And after that last breath, very slowly, maybe flick your eyes open, waking yourself up a bit. I'm going to come down real slowly onto hands and knees, coming into a open-hearted position. So your knees are going to be below your hips. Your arms are spread out with your forearms on the ground, with your heart just melting down towards the mat. Take a few breaths here. You can drop your head, be heavy, or if you want to rest it on the mat, you can do so. Feeling any kind of pinching in your back or your shoulders. Then adjust your arms either closer or further apart. 3 more breaths in this melting heart pose. And when you're ready, you're going to thread your right arm under your left arm, bringing your right shoulder down to the ground. You can rest your right cheek on a pillow if you like, or rest it on your left forearm. Just getting a stretch through your right shoulder, on the back of your right shoulder. About 5 more breaths here. And then after that last breath, come on up, back onto your forearms or your hands and knees. You might want to take some cat-cow stretches here. Move around your spine a little bit, whatever feels good to you. About 3 more rounds of whatever you're doing here. When you're ready, you've finished with those cat-cows or that spine movement, you can come back down onto the melting heart pose. Hips high, forearms on the ground. A few breaths here. And then when you're ready, we'll go into thread the needle on the opposite side. So putting your left arm under your right arm and bringing your left shoulder down to the mat. Maybe resting your head on a pillow or on your arm. About 5 more breaths here. And then after that last breath, bring yourself back up. And slide right into Sphinx from that open, from that melting heart. Bringing your elbows down to the ground right below your shoulders. Your forearms out in front of you. Give yourself a little back bend. That can be high or it can just be heavy and resting down low. You want to support it on a block or blanket if you have one, or a pillow. You do that. And just let it hang heavy. Bringing your chest forward. Four more breaths here. When you're done with that last breath, just slide yourself right back into a child's pose. Knees can be wide or close together, whatever feels most comfortable. I don't usually think of this as much of a pose related to the heart chakra, but it really is very protective of your heart, which we all need sometimes. Soothe yourself, feel comfortable. About 4 more breaths here. At the end of those 4 breaths, very, very slowly bring yourself up to a seated position, crossing your ankles and sitting back, and then eventually coming to lie on your back. When you're on your back, hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe rock on your spine a little bit. That feels good. You might even want to raise one leg and the other. Whatever feels good in this position, just to move your body a little bit. And then eventually coming to some stillness with your knees hugged in towards your chest. And then we're going to go into a twist. So dropping your knees to the right side. Maybe support them. Maybe you have something between your knees. Maybe there's something underneath your lower knee. Maybe spread your arms out so that your chest opens up to the sky. Feeling a twist on your side, and also feeling your heart open. Four more breaths in this twist. And when you feel ready, bring your knees up again to center. Maybe hug them in towards your chest. Maybe move around a little bit. Whatever feels good to you before you eventually, on your own time, go into a twist on the other side. So take your time, do what you need. Use whatever supports you need when you get to that left side. And maybe think about opening up your arms so that your chest again opens up towards the sky. Four more breaths. When you feel ready, once again, bring your knees up towards your chest for one more hug. And then as a final pose before we go into the Yoga Nidra, try a supported fish or supported bridge, something so you can wrap that blanket or pillow that you have, wrap it up, roll it up like a bolster. If it's comfortable for you, you can place it under your spine so that your chest opens up. The final heart opener here. Place the bottom of the bolster or the blanket at the bottom of your spine. Lay it long. If that's comfortable for you. If not, you may just want to go into a supported bridge with the blanket or bolster under your hips. Whatever feels good, just to think about opening up your chest one more time. Soften your shoulders back towards the mat. Just be aware of how you're feeling. How is your heart feeling? You may want to put your hand on your heart again. Put a little bit deeper inquiry into what it is you're feeling inside that heart. Notice if that's a really beautiful feeling or if you're feeling some pain. Whatever it is, it's part of you, it's part of being human. It's not permanent. About 8 or 9 more breaths here. Sensing what your heart is telling you. What your heart feels. About 3 more breaths here. And then after that 3rd breath, very slowly remove any props you have that you're lying on. Unless you want to keep them there for the Yoga Nidra, you can do that. Put yourself in a position that you can remain still and comfortable and relaxed for about a half an hour, about 25 minutes maybe. And if you stayed in that position, or if you remove the prop, start to focus on all the parts of your body that are lying on the mat. Feel the sensations and positions of your feet and your legs. Notice how your hips are feeling. Maybe wiggle around a little bit in your shoulders and arms, your head, so that you can adjust yourself to feel as comfortable as you can. Maybe notice the symmetry from one side to the other. Notice how you're feeling supported. Be aware of your breath. Notice how your breath is feeling. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, but you may want to turn off your music so that you can really focus on the meditation. Be aware of how your breath feels. Is it smooth or jagged? Notice if it's deep or shallow. And starting with the awareness far outside of the room or building where you are, listen for any sounds out there. Notice any sounds you hear outside of the building. Don't give them a lot of thought, just be aware of them and then move on to another sound. And bring your awareness a little closer to you. Bring it inside the room where you are. Notice any sounds in the room. Then bringing your awareness internally. Notice any sounds or feelings or sensations within your body. Aware of the sensations in your body. And now bring to mind an intention for your practice or an intention for your life. Something you want to see happen, something your heart wants for you. Say that intention to yourself 3 times. Now bring the awareness to your physical body. Follow the sound of my voice as I note different parts of the body. Don't think about them too much, just take the awareness there. Starting on your right side, take the awareness to the right thumb, right forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, top of the hand, palm of the hand, the right wrist joint, the forearm, the elbow joint, upper arm, top of the right shoulder, underarm, right side of the chest, the waist, front of the right hip, side of the hip, front of the thigh, back of the thigh, the right knee joint, shin, calf, the ankle joint. Take the awareness to the right heel, arch of the right foot, ball of the right foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. Staying with the practice, take the awareness to the left side of the body, the left thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, back of the hand, palm of the hand, the left wrist joint, forearm, elbow joint, upper arm, top of the left shoulder, left underarm, left side of the chest, the waist, front of the hip, side of the hip, front of the left thigh, back of the thigh, the knee joint, shin, calf, left ankle joint, heel, arch of the left foot, ball of the foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. Stay awake and with the practice and take the awareness to the crown of the head, to the top of the forehead, to the middle of the forehead. Be aware of the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the center between the eyebrows, right cheek, left cheek, right ear, left ear, the bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose, the upper lip, the tongue, lower lip. Be aware of the right side of the jaw, the left side of the jaw, the chin, the neck, right collarbone, left collarbone, center between the collarbones. Take the awareness to the heart center. Be aware of the heart center. The right breast, the left breast, the heart center. Take the awareness to the solar plexus area just below the breastbone. Be aware of the lower abdomen, the right hip pointer, the left hip pointer. Taking the awareness to the back side of the body, be aware of the right buttocks, the left buttocks, the lower back, the middle back, the right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, upper back, the neck. Be aware of the whole spine. Take the awareness to both legs. Be aware of both legs together. Be aware of both arms. Be aware of the entire trunk of the body. Be aware of the whole body on the mat. Be aware of the whole body. Staying awake, staying with the practice, take the awareness to the breath. Just be aware of the normal inhale and exhale of the breath. Now have an awareness of the breath coming into the heart center, filling the lungs, filling the belly, and exiting the body. Inhale comes into the heart center, filling the belly and the lungs, and exits the body. Feel the breath filling the body on the inhale and emptying out with the exhale. Now begin counting backwards with those inhales and exhales. Begin at 30. Inhale 30. Exhale 30. Inhale 29. Exhale 29. Inhale 28. Exhale 28. Continue like that. If you lose your place, just start back at 30. No need to feel you need to get to 0. No need to feel you even need to remember the number. Just start back at 30 if you yet where you are. Be aware of the breath going in and out. Stay with the breath. Stay with the breath. Stay with the awareness of the breath. Continue being aware of the breath. Now letting go of the awareness of the breath. Return to the normal flow of the breath in and out of the body. Now take the awareness to the space behind the closed eyes, that mind space of imagination and visualization. And be aware of what there is to be seen there in that space. Be aware of what is seen in that mind space. Now take the awareness to the energy center at the base of the spine. To the root chakra. And be aware of a red sky at sunrise. A red sky at sunrise. Take the awareness to the lower abdomen, to the sacral chakra. Visualize a full orange moon on the horizon. A full orange moon on the horizon. Now take the awareness to the power center at the solar plexus at the bottom of the breastbone. Be aware of that area and visualize a bright yellow sun. A bright yellow sun. Now move the awareness to the center of the chest, to the heart center. Feel the breath warming the body. Imagine a warm emerald green light at the heart center. Now visualize yourself standing under a large tree with a huge green canopy of leaves above you. Visualize these branches and leaves spreading in all directions. Now visualize yourself beginning to climb the tree, grabbing onto the strong branches, seeing those strong branches filled densely with green leaves. Have a sensation of a cool shade that those leaves provide as you climb up the tree. Imagine the soft, gentle breeze that you hear rustling through the leaves. Here and there you glimpse some sunlight coming through the leaves. Visualize yourself reaching the top of the tree and looking out all around you at the wide expanse. Notice what you see there. Notice the hills and valleys, the lush green of the meadows that you see. Everywhere you look, you see lush green vegetation. Feeling nurtured and supported in the strength and safety of the tree. And breathing in that life-sustaining air. And looking out into the expanse. You feel compassion and empathy for all of the people and all the beings, all of the animals and plants that are out in that expanse. Feel that empathy and compassion for the whole world around you. You feel it for those you love. You feel that compassion for those who have harmed you. You feel that compassion for yourself. Filled with that love for yourself, you forgive yourself for any choices you made that you regret, or any decisions that you wish you hadn't made, knowing that you're human and it's all part of the experience. Feel yourself letting go of any judgment that you have of yourself and of others. And with that compassion and empathy, you decide it's time to leave. So very slowly, you start to climb down the tree, feeling confident, feeling loved, feeling you have compassion. Once you're down at the bottom of the tree, you look back up, feel a sense of connection with the tree and with everything around. Now take the awareness away from that mind space and return to the intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Say that intention in your mind 3 times. Begin to take the awareness outside of your body, listening to sounds around you. Bringing to mind the room where you are, starting to wake up your body. Maybe deepening your breath. Start to make little movements with your hands and feet. Little movements with your arms and legs. When you feel ready, turn yourself over to one side or the other. Keeping your eyes closed if you feel comfortable doing that. Just allow yourself to wake up slowly. And when you feel ready, bring yourself to a seated position. Very slowly and gently. Letting your body remain quiet, keeping your eyes closed or at a soft gaze. Feeling the effects of the practice, maybe bringing your hands to your heart again. Noticing how you're feeling. As you're waking up, I'd like to read something about love from one of the sacred texts, one of the Vedas. Love was born first. The gods cannot reach it, or the spirits, or men. As far as heaven and earth extend, as far as the waters go, as high as the fire burns, love is greater. The wind cannot reach love, nor the fire, nor the sun, nor the moon. Love is greater than them all. Thank you for being here with me. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Namaste.